Hello everyone, welcome. We're a couple minutes early, but why not? Let's get started. Welcome. It's Happy Healthy Vegan. Thanks for everyone for being with me for the past couple days. Hopefully most of you guys are making your way over from the video premiere on the other page. Yo, welcome. Everyone's here now. Awesome. I just got started like right now. So thanks everyone. Thanks for celebrating this birthday for me. And I got your message, the email yesterday. I haven't gotten to the P.O. box yet, Sarah, or late model, but yeah, thank you. I got your birthday email yesterday too. Thanks so much, guys. I usually kind of celebrate my birthday on a more low-key note. I don't know why I went more big this year. Probably because I've had such a weird, rough, like pretty much 12 months. Like I think my life was pretty cool up until my birthday last year. But I'm just trying to get it back on track. So I think I need reasons to kind of be a little more positive and joyful. So thank you guys for helping me out to have a pretty fine birthday. You know, I ate a lot of good stuff. We celebrated. It's been a pretty fun week, actually. Usually, like, we kind of ramp up to the birthday instead of making it, like, on just one day. Like, the morning before, we went out to a coffee shop that we haven't been to in a long time in a nearby coastal town right across the street from the ocean, basically, and indulged a little bit. Like I said, I haven't been there. I think we've been twice in the past, like, 7 months. So yeah, we got ourselves some fancy toast there, a couple mochas or something like that, and had a nice time. So that was the day before. Then yesterday you saw us, we vlogged in the morning, showed you what we ate on the shorts at the Italian vegan place around here. So good. I was wondering if I should go back there for dinner, but I thought, let's be adventurous. Let's go to the theme park and not get into the theme park, but go eat our favorite pizza that's not from our local Long Beach Italian place. Because it's been a while since we've been there. So yeah, it's what's cool is like if you haven't eaten it for a while, it's like, ooh, I forgot how much I like this pizza. That mushroom sauce is killer. Mushroom sauce. Peter is asking, so they don't have a vegan cheese there? No, they don't. At least not for that pizza at that restaurant. But the thing is, I wouldn't want it. I don't want a vegan cheese on it. I love that mushroom sauce. Like, why eat some cheese that's probably not going to be all that great for me? Which, is, fine. I don't need any more, like, high saturated fat stuff. I'll get that from the ice cream. You know what I'm saying? That mushroom sauce, I'm sure, is way healthier. Super delicious. I wouldn't want to change that any other way. That pizza is a slam dunk. So, yeah, Sarah, thanks to all you guys. Thanks, everyone. I had a pretty nice birthday. I just kind of needed to celebrate it this year a little bit more. I'm pretty chill, pretty low key. Usually don't like to draw too much attention to myself. I'm not like, a hardcore or conceited extrovert or something. I'm just a chill introvert, and not to say all extroverts are conceited. I'm just saying I'm not either of those. So I don't draw attention to myself too much. So anyway, thank you guys. I just really need to try to just try to have some positive vibes. Because there's been a lot of not positive vibes for the past 12 months for me. So thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. No, Peter, I didn't even see the video you sent me. So great. That means I have something to work on for next week. So I'll check I've been bad. I haven't been responding to email or messages for the past few days. So anyway, that's cool. We got Peter and Uncle here to moderate. We'll see if anyone comes here and tries to debunk veganism or convince me to quit. Some people, have to say their thing, like the Neil deGrasse Tyson video is still getting, the one from last week is still getting people that are anti-vegan. Hey, don't waste my time here. Come to the live stream. So I invited them. We'll see if any of them take me up on it. Okay, so he sent me a video, Peter, saying where Saladino thinks sunglasses give you skin cancer. Well, if he has any scientific evidence for that, we'll check it out. If he's just making some bullshit up with his shirt off in the jungle, that's one thing. I mean, that's not a high standard of evidence, making bullshit up with your shirt off in the jungle. But if there's any actual, credible science, like a scientific consensus would even be better than, say, one study or something like that. I love to see how sunglasses give you skin cancer. I'm just going to look up right now. Let's just check it out. Let's just see if I can find something right now. Does wearing Google's going to laugh at me. Sunglasses increase your risk of skin cancer. Let's see. Maybe we'll be educated here. Let's see. No, wearing sunglasses does not increase your risk of skin cancer. But Saladino knows better because, this is the Google AI overview. Sorry for all you anti-AI people. I didn't ask it to do this. But that's what it gave us. Since it already spent the energy to crunch the AI, we'll just read it, On the contrary, sunglasses are an important part of a comprehensive sun protection strategy to reduce your risk of skin cancer, particularly around the delicate skin of the eyes and eyelids. And it has a link to studies. Let's see if we can scroll down a little further on this page here. Let's see. I guess there's really not too many studies on it because it's such a stupid idea. Like, who's going to waste money for that kind of study? But just off the bat, we can see that what Saladino's spouting there is complete nonsense. It actually reduces your risk. Instead, rub beef on your face. I'm sure that's what he's going to say, right? Don't wear sunglasses or sun protection, zinc like I do. Don't use any of that stuff. Just rub beef on your face, which has at best maybe an SPF rating of 2 if you're lucky. Don't wear that 30 or 50 SPF stuff. That especially the natural stuff like the zinc that I prefer. Don't do that. Don't wear sunglasses. God forbid. As you saw at the Disneyland vlog yesterday and the vlog of us in the morning, I didn't wear sunglasses at all in those vlogs. I wore them while I was driving to Disneyland, because I don't like all the sun stuff in my eyes when I'm driving. I think it's a lot safer for me. I feel like I can see better with good sunglasses on. But anyway, thanks, Peter. We'll check it out. It just sounds like Saladino just does his thing, goes to the jungle, takes his shirt off, makes up some bullshit, and pretends there's no science that pretty much debunks what he's saying. But I gotta try that one day. Maybe that'll work good for me. Next time I'm out in the jungle, I'll go take my shirt off and just see what kind of vibes I'm feeling. Just see what kind of weird crap comes to my head. And make a video just going for it. Like, if you rub a banana on your face, it'll what will it do? What happens if I rub a banana on my face? Why don't you guys give me some ideas? I'll make a video. So I'll go to the jungle, take my shirt off, and say, hey everyone, rub a banana on your face, and what will it do? Well, it'll make you live 100 more years. It'll give you psychic powers. It'll make you immune to all disease. It'll make you immune to skin cancer. What should I do? Let me know. What should I do? What will rubbing a banana on my face cause? Will it cause me to poop faster or something? Like, what could it do? He takes his shirt and shoes off in the grocery stores too. Why the hell, Nikki? So he just doesn't save it for the jungle. I see. Hey, AJ, thank you. Yes, I am officially 58 now. Been so for almost 24 hours. I'm taking this and running with it because it's so stupid. I want to show what a stupid MO it is, modus operandus or whatever. It's just a dumb tactic. Yeah, go in the jungle, take your shirt off, say something stupid, and make a video. No shoes, no shirt, no sense. I reversed it there, Travis, but you get the point. I was trying to keep it in alignment with how Mr. Hand says it. Elwood's dogs, huh? They should make a dog tell us sunscreen. That's a great idea. We should suggest that to them, huh? Uncle, I didn't know it was a big 5'8". I just thought it was a small 5'8" or something. You're making it seem like more crazy than it is. Hey, AJ, thank you for the beef tallow sunscreen fun. Yeah, I wore my zinc yesterday. I wore it today. I just loved my simple, natural, non-carcinogenic, UV protecting, face moisturizing sunscreen. If there's any science that shows rubbing zinc oxide on my face is going to give me cancer, I would love to see it. It'll blow my mind. There you go, Andrew. That's what I'll say. I'll say if you rub banana all over your face, it lowers your blood pressure. But it's absorbed better on the face, the potassium. So just rub it on your face. So how about if you rub it on your rectum? I thought rectums are really good for absorbing things. So go to the jungle. Couldn't show this, but yeah, if you rub this banana, I'll take my shirt off, then say if you have this banana and rub it on your rectum, it'll lower your blood pressure, just like that. You don't need blood pressure anymore. You got to do it on the rectum, though. I mean, it's so ridiculous what I'm saying, huh, Sarah? I mean, it's so absurd, but it's on an equal, I'm not exaggerating, no hyperbole here. It's on an equal level of non-solid footing as the crap that the carnivore MD says. It's on the same foundation of nothingness nonsense. Let's see, what does D Rapid White says? If someone wears dark glasses that are not UVA or UVB protection, it can cause huge damage to the eyes. He didn't mean that though, or is that the micro whatevers and many sunscreens? I don't know. He's just one of those people that wants to make everyone deathly afraid of the environment that we live in. Yeah, and sure, I'm not saying our world is like pollution free and toxin free and stuff like that, but they try to make it way worse. Just like, perineum sunning. Has Saladino like made a video about the awesome virtues and healing properties of perineum sunning? It is a thing. It sounds like that'd be right up his alley. Maybe you have to. No, I don't think he likes that. I think he has to involve cows or something like that. So maybe rubbing whatever he rubs on his face from cows, if you rub that on your butt, on your perineum, that would probably do something amazing. What would that be called? Beef tallow perineum rubbing? Has he done that before? I'm trying to think of something absurd, and to be completely honest, I think I'm giving about a 50-50 chance that he may have already done something like that. What do you think? You think it's at least 50-50 that he's actually promoted some kind of rubbing beef tallow on your rectum for some unprovable health benefit or something like that? What do you think? I think it's absurd as I tried to make it. He's so absurd, I think there's at least a 50-50 shot he's done something like that in the past as far as making a video, yeah? And telling the world, listen, rub beef tallow on your perineum or rectum and you will get blah, blah, blah benefit. Right up his alley, huh, Uncle? Right up Paul's alley there, with the beef tallow in his alley. Rub it in the alley. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Fu is missing out. He would love this live stream. Huh? This is right up Fu's alley, too. We miss you, Fu. Oh, we saw a comment from a recent video, Dr. Bear. She said she still can't come to the Friday live streams because her exercise class conflicts with this, but she says she's still listening or watching afterwards. That's cool. I told her, hey, we miss you, Dr. Bear. Come back whenever you can. So I'm glad she didn't like advance on to something new, like maybe what Fu did. I think we'll see Dr. Bear again. Schedules change. You never know. So maybe if I do a non-Friday live stream, we'll see Dr. Bear too. Let's see. So Peter says he's never seen Paul do that, but nothing would surprise you, right? I said I wouldn't put it past him to do something like that because that sounds like totally like something he would totally do. What was that, Heidi? You saw someone leave a comment on an NBC News broadcast called Bill Hill, and you thought it was Bob Hill. Well, it probably was. He probably just makes up names. I really doubt he was named Bob Hill. Cool, I'm glad you like these streams. You love these streams, Big and Metal. Awesome. A members only live stream. Yeah, we didn't do one recently, Peter. We're really bad about that, but we did make this. I think we're going to make this a members only vlog. So, maybe we'll let it run for an hour or two, and then we'll just shut it down to members only. The one that we just premiered a little bit ago. It was just for you guys to come with us. Let me actually just chat Angie. Should we make the vlog members only now? Should we make the vlog members only now? See what she says. Because we really just made it for you guys. Didn't make it for haters or VD or someone to make some stupid video about, So we just made it for you guys, because, we wanted you to be there with me as much as we could on the video. Hey, V-Lam, thank you for the happy birthday. Dr. Bear is not here, but she did leave a comment on a recent video saying she still likes what we're doing, just has an exercise class on Friday night, so she can't be here with us. Okay, Angie's gonna do it. So this vlog is for you guys. Again, the last thing we want is Angie, spend all this effort making a vlog, and then just to have it ruined by some a-hole like VD freezing frames of me and Angie. Look at them. They look so old for 58. I have a friend who's 58, and they look like someone who's 18. Whatever. Just make some crap up and. Yep, they can do shit like that. I don't know if people don't like my hair. I don't know why people are so concerned about my appearances. Like, who gives a shit? I'm just some old dude that talks about veganism. I'm a music producer. Why are so many people that are anti-vegan so fascinated with my hairline, my eyebrows, my haircuts? Like, who gives a shit? It's like, that's what's cool about the music maker side of my lifestyle. People don't give a shit about that. I've never seen anyone say, I hate his music because his hairline's too high. I don't like his haircut. They don't care. But when you're vegan, they care about all that stuff. Oh, thanks, AJ. That's what I kind of get at the gym. People that play me there, especially after having just finished a game or two. If I ask them how old they think I am, sometimes they hit the 50s. They go, wow, you're right. Usually those in the 40s, Well, not only do they have too much time on their hands, Nikki, they're hateful people, They think vegans are deteriorating and stuff, so they'll try to do all this mental gymnastics to try to construct anything. So if they don't like my hair or hairline or whatever, a wrinkle out in the sunshine when I did this before. Are you watching, VD? I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing that thing, and you said this is permanently embedded on my head, you freaking hateful person. Anyway, it's not there. They'll just do stuff like that. And so that's why we thought we'd just take the vlog down so no one could ruin Angie's beautiful work there. Peter, basically the only way these people wouldn't be able to debunk veganism is if you could live to 1 billion years old. Yeah, basically never die, never get any disease or anything like that. Yeah, VLAN, because they have nothing else to say, because they know there's no valid argument against veganism, just fallacious, invalid arguments, and just complete nonsense. That's all. The only way you could try to make an argument against veganism is to just make a faulty argument. A veggie galaxy. Well, I thought you were talking about something literally like some kind of like vegetable planet, like vegetable aliens. Anyway, there's a veggie galaxy here, and they have a sticker machine that they just announced will sporadically give freebies, and they'll give you a free scoop of ice cream with 2 entrees. Awesome. I assume they must have good vegan stuff there for you. Feedy hasn't made a video about, I think she's made a video not about my appearances, but like stuff I've said. Like I made a video a few months ago about raw, just blowing showing how raw people make all these wacky, zany claims. Not all of them, but some do, she made a video about that. I didn't watch it. I just saw the thumbnail or whatever. I'm not going to click it and give her a fraction of a penny. But yeah, my point is that unfortunately she hasn't made a video about criticizing. Look at Ryan, look at these wrinkles on his line, he's going bald and all this. Yeah, I think she realized some of us are onto what she does, and we know how to take legal action now if we feel so inclined. So yeah, hopefully she's just given up on that part of her activism against me. Yeah, I'm not bagging on bald dudes. I said in my video yesterday, I may go bald one day. I saw a photo of my mom's dad. He had a really thin, high forehead when he was like in his 70s or whatever. That could happen to me, but it's not going to be because of veganism, because he was not vegan. It's because I have the genetics there, So I don't know. Who knows? So my dad's side, my dad's dad had a big head of hair, so who knows? We'll see. We have no idea. And again, it has nothing to do with being vegan or not. What do you say? Like, that just must mean Joe Rogan is like the most vegan guy in the world because, he lost his hair in his like 30s or something like that. Again, I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm just showing how stupid these arguments are. They're not based on any science. They're just based on, the person in question who I don't like is a vegan. This person has a physical imperfection. Therefore, that physical imperfection can only be explained by how they eat. That's their horrible way of reasoning. Yeah, people go bald in their teens. They're absolutely. And yes, I have a decent amount of gray if you watch the vlog that Angie and I just put out, it was Angie's vlog. She made it on my birthday yesterday. The vlog that aired or premiered right before this live stream. I was noticing some of the scenes outside at like downtown Disney. You can see some of the grays. It's harder to see in this room, you know. I mean, I got some. You can see some on the sides here and stuff. You know, it's easier to see in the back when I'm out in the sunlight and stuff like that. But yeah, that's natural. But you know, I'm sure you know there's some anti-vegan persons. Hey. The only reason why Ryan has some gray hair at age 58 is because he's vegan, you know? My grandpa or whatever is 58 and his hair is jet black, not one speck of gray anywhere, you know, just some bullshit like that. But that's what it is. I tell you, any perceived imperfection that a vegan may have, they will attribute that imperfection 100% to being caused by eating plants and not getting the missing nutrients in meat or whatever. Let's see, D-Rabbit, you always feel bad, real bad, after talking to a neighbor who finds out you're vegan. Their eyes go wide like you said you were a pedo or something, and proceed to explain that vegans kill, and then they proceed to explain that vegans kill more animals. Well, you should keep a copy of that, this thing handy. Not this. Let me get it handy for you here. Where'd it go? Here. This number of animals killed to produce 1 million calories in 8 food categories. And what's cool about this mathematical study here is that it takes into account both the numbers of animals killed not only in slaughter but in harvest too, so you can have an equal footing and really see if vegans kill more animals. You got to point out too, it's not only vegans that eat grains and fruits and vegetables. You guys eat it too, you non-vegan people, so don't blame that on us. But I'll put the link here too if you want it, so you can always pull this out and show no, you're just making crap up. There's no truth to that statement. So anyway, there it is down there, the link to animalvisuals.org. Let's see, speaking of Billie Eilish, I'm sorry, I know you're talking about. Did you hear that for all the concerts she did in London, all the food was plant-based vegan? Cool. I didn't hear about that, and I'm glad there wasn't this big controversy, because I remember when Morrissey, who's a controversial dude on his own, I'm not saying he's awesome or bad, I'm just speaking neutrally here like a reporter. I remember it was like a decade and a half ago, he was going to do a tour, and he wanted to have all the concessions at wherever he played at serve only vegan food. And I saw people were bitching about it. Like, you know, it's like, why? It's not like he's forcing you to eat something that's unethical. You're going to eat plants. Unless you're a carnivore person, you eat plants already. Just eat more plants. It's not like you're going to die. It's not like a 24 or 48 hour concert. I mean, you're just going to be in the venue for what? 3, maybe 5 hours. You're not going to die if you have to eat French fries instead of French fries and burgers, you know, or a vegan burger and fries. It's not going to kill you. It's like, it's just such a stupid point. You're not going to go protein deficient in 4 hours, you know, sitting inside of Madison Square Garden or something like that. It's just such a stupid point. It's like, oh, I can't be inconvenienced at all. I have to have meat available 24/7 or else I'm going to die of protein deficiency. Yeah. I bet VD didn't like it, you know? It's like tough shit, you know? If that's what the artist wants, if you really have a problem with that, if you are a Billie Eilish fan or a Morrissey fan, and you have a huge problem that you'll be denied your precious meat for like 3.5 hours, then tough shit, you know? It's like if that's that important to you, then don't go, you know, instead of bitching about it, or just eat like I do often before I go to places like that. I'll eat up before I go. Yeah, it's a little inconvenient, but sometimes you have to be if you're a vegan, or in this case a non-vegan going to a all vegan only concert. Eat a little bit before, have some food in your car. I've done that before when we saw BTS for the first time in 2019 at the Rose Bowl. Yeah, we brought some Tuscan kale pilaf with us. Remember eating in the car before we went in, and ate some more when we got back out to the car like 4 hours later. And in between, I remember we got some vegan something inside the Rose Bowl too, so it wasn't all that bad. We didn't know what they're going to have there, so we could do it. We could be a little inconvenienced for a show, you know. The Billie Eilish and Morrissey fans could be a little inconvenienced, and it's really not that inconvenient to eat plants. I'm saying I can't think of any like meat eaters who have an ethical stance against eating plants. I cannot eat plants because of my morals and ethics, but so they can eat the plants, we can't eat the dead animal bits. Let's see. What's you saying there? What are you telling Uncle about my birthday? Oh, well, oh yeah, my earlier video was about my birthday yesterday, Uncle. Yeah, Angie made a short of what we did in the morning. Went to the local vegan Italian place, had a nice kind of a pastry mocha breakfast there. Then Angie made the vlog, which aired right before this live stream of what we did in the afternoon, going to the Disney properties and having a great pizza and ice cream feast. Oh, your birthday was Wednesday. Happy birthday to you, Travis. Right on. Leo's. Let's see. What's that? Peter James Cameron, another vegan, is making a 3D thing concert movie starring Billie Eilish. They filmed one of her concerts using his 3D tech. Awesome. Cool. Taylor, you're not a rabbit? Awesome. Neither am I. Yeah, these are true facts about reality. Pretty much anyone who comes on and leaves a comment in any of my live streams is not a rabbit. Pretty much all of them are humans. Sometimes they're a bot, but yeah, definitely not rabbits. So cool, Taylor. Thanks for sharing that you're not a rabbit. Just pointing out an obvious fact. I'm not picking on you or anything like that, but I just thought I'd point out the obvious. Let's see, AJ says, YouTuber Dinesh has a great video about how much protein humans need per day. He said 10%, and most Buddha bowls go over that. Yeah, any celebrity. Yeah, we just got to use the word vegan cautiously. Yeah, plant-based, totally. Yeah, vegan, who knows, Let's see, Travis. Oh, at Disney California, have I rode the Pixar Pal Around thing? That was the scariest Disney thing you've been on. Yeah, he's talking about, what's that thing called? It's like a Ferris wheel, the big, wheel that rotates you around, and, you sit in the chair, it goes around. Anyway, yes, we have gone on it, and there's two kinds of seats there, Travis. You may have gone on the kind that we don't go on. There's the swinging and non-swinging, and I don't even call them that. I call them barf and non-barf, because the swinging chairs have barf bags inside the little thing you're sitting in, the little room, whatever. The non-swinging ones, which is the only ones I and Angie will go on, do not have the barf bags in there. So yeah, we don't go on the barf ones. We go on the stationary ones, and it's great. It's pretty chill. The line's usually not too long. You get these amazing views of the entire park. If you're kind of curious to see what kind of construction they're doing over the walls, you can see that going on too. But yeah, I always choose, well, at least we're old, chill people. We always choose the non-barf. But if you're younger and are more adventurous, choose the barf one. And yeah, there's a reason why there are barf bags included in all the swinging chairs, the swinging seats. Taylor, no, I don't eat honey. I don't think most people attending this live stream eat honey. You might have a few, one or two, but no, I haven't eaten honey in ages. And guess what? I'm not dead yet. There's no essential nutrient in honey that if you're missing it, you're going to die or something like that. Yeah, and there's plenty of other sweeteners. See, that's the main reason. Other sweeteners where you don't have to take the work. That's what honey is. Bees are doing work. They produce honey. You don't have to take the work of a sentient being that's producing it for bee business, bee purposes, their colony, their queen, and all that stuff. So that's why. That's the exact reason why. It's because if you see what vegan is, and I'll tell you what's going on here, Taylor, why I say these words here. Because veganism is a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. And so the key word for bees, I think, is more exploitation than cruelty. Let's look at the definition of exploitation here. It's the action or fact of treating someone unfairly to unbenefit from their work. And that sounds like what's going on there. Bees are making their stuff for bees. They're not saying, hey, humans, you can have a little cut of our action here. No, they're making, again, they've evolved to make honey to support and nurture the needs of the bee colonies and stuff. We're taking their work unfairly for our benefit, for our eating, or for a company to sell it, to profit off and make money. We're profiting either through directly monetarily or directly through eating it, the work of the bees in order to benefit benefit ourselves. That's why, if you believe in veganism, as I just showed, their stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. Yeah, taking honey away from bees when they made it for their own purposes and making them have to work harder because they have to make up the crap that we just took from. Yeah, it sounds like exploitation to me. As VLAM says, yeah, if in doubt, go without. No one needs honey. That's why I said you don't need to have honey. If honey were necessary for human health and functioning, I would be dead now, rather than having just celebrated my 58th birthday yesterday and been vegan since the autumn of 2010. Still haven't kicked the bucket yet. And Taylor, no, I don't think any meats of any kind smell good, because I know what happened to get that meat to a person's plate, or a bacon to a person's plate. I know all the cruelty and exploitation and slaughter. So when I see meat, I see death, I see cruelty. I don't go, I'm hungry, I really wish I could eat that. No, it's like when I see a piece of poop when I'm out like walking, a bad dog owner didn't clean up their dog's poop, and I see that, I go, ooh, that's gross, and that's the exact same sort of reaction I have when I see meat. If I walk by a restaurant, I see somebody eating meat, big hunking steak, or they're carrying a big chicken wing or drumstick or whatever they're freaking called, it's gross. It's the same as poop. It's gross. I don't consider them as options of something that that would delight me to put into my mouth and munch on. Poop or a drumstick? No, absolutely not, Taylor. And for late model, yeah, bacon smells like diabetes and cruelty to you. And Uncle says dog poop with bits of bacon. Yeah, join forces between those two, between the meat and the dog poop. Just mush them all up. To me, it'd be exactly the same. It's like they're both unedible to me. They both gross me out. Might as well put them together. I wouldn't think any different. I know meat eaters would think different, like, I would eat one but not the other. But for me, they're all one. Just mash them up together. And VLAM says bacon tasted nasty to my past Omni self too. I bet, yeah. Yeah, bacon is a part of a once living animal that's been seasoned and processed to make it even more appealing, so people eat the fat and the seasonings and stuff. Let's see. Peter, no, we don't really go to any theme parks. Like, yeah, there's Knott's Berry Farm, which is not too far from Disneyland, but I don't know, I just haven't been too tempted to go. I am kind of tempted to check it out one time, but if I go once, I saw they know if you go once, you might as well just get a season pass, which is like maybe 20 or 30 bucks more. Then we'd feel like maybe need to go to Knott's more. But Knott's and Universal, from what we can tell, are not really the greatest vegan, don't have the greatest vegan offerings. Like Disneyland really goes out of their way. They could be better. Disney was actually better a few years ago. They've slipped a little bit, but still they are miles above Knott's and Universal and Magic Mountain. All these places seem like they're stuck in the 70s. Just like, they don't know, they don't care. They just keep on keeping on. Yeah, Ryan, so theme park Patel. I don't really like theme parks, believe it or not. I haven't really been to Disney for a while because, we can't go in the summer. We can't go into the parks, at least. I don't like being around so many people and so much action going on in my daily life. I mean, I'm not used to seeing like every other person pushing all these babies and strollers, and they're cutting you off and being all aggressive, and it's just so much going on. I'm not anti-natalist or anything. I'm just saying, I'm just used to living out here. It's pretty chill. They go to Disneyland, there's all this stuff going on, strollers everywhere, and it's crazy. So, babies screaming, all that stuff. So, I'm not a huge theme park kind of person, but we do like to go and chill around Disney, just because the way we go to the Disney park is really unorthodox. I don't think any other persons do it the way we do. We go and start a morning off, like Ghirardelli, get some coffee, get their vegan oat milk mocha, go meet my favorite character there, Baymax from Big Hero 7, I think it's called, a Japanimation movie or whatever you want to call it. then go ride a few low-key rides. Maybe, you know, ride a fancier ride once in a while, but just go there and have coffee. Oh, and get like maybe a split, like a vegan treat, like they have some cool Neutron nachos at Pim's and Avengers Campus. They have a cool burrito too over at Paradise Garden Grill, I think it's called. So yeah, we'll split something after the coffee, go on a ride or two, then go home and get to work. We're like, when most people go to a theme park like that, they're there 10 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours. They're there from rope drop in the morning until it closes at night. No, we're just there like 3 hours, maybe 4 on a crazy day. If we're getting really crazy, we're there 5 hours. That's all we can take. After that, we're tired. We just want to get out of there anyway. So yeah, we're not like that kind of person. We just go there and just have a chill coffee. It's like we say, hey, what after say we go to one of our great local coffee shops and we live by some awesome coffee, you can't go and meet Baymax, or you can't get on single rider for Radiator Racers. You know, it's just like there's some little perks to getting your coffee there, and it's kind of cool. So anyway, but we don't like roller coasters at all, even though Angie and I are both tempted to go check out Space Mountain again, because it's been we have memories of going on in our youth, so we want to go check it out again. But the line is usually really long for Space Mountain. Let's see. They have all sorts of special stuff going on right now, Peter, for Disneyland 70th. It's a big deal. I really want to go see where they at the entry on Main Street, right when you enter the park at Disneyland. There's great moments with Mr. Lincoln, which is totally my kind of attraction. I love just sitting there watching the animatronic of Abe Lincoln and the cool 70s music that companies. It's really chill. But that's gone right now because they put a Walt Disney animatronic that opened up right just like a couple weeks ago on Disney 70th. So I definitely want to check that out, but anyway, I forgot what we were talking about there. But yeah, we never buy day passes or anything like that. We just get the magic passes. We get the one that's only for Southern California residents. It's the least expensive one. And there's lots of limitations. We can never go on weekends. We can rarely even go on Fridays. But yeah, weekends can never go. You can't go pretty much all of June, July, and for the first week or so of August. So there's most of December is blacked out too. So there's a lot of limitations, but we don't like to go when it's crowded and stuff like that anyway. So it works out for us, until we're like locals. We go there in a different way than like tourists and stuff go. We go there for coffee. And most tourists don't, hey, let's spend $200 a person to get into Disneyland and just drink coffee and go on 1 or 2 rides and go home 2 hours later. No. We can afford to do that because the locals passes are pretty affordably priced, especially if you go like dozens of times like we do just for coffee. That's cool. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's before we got our passes. Yeah, if you have a friend or relative that works for the Disney corporations or the parks, yeah, that's someone to ask for. They get a certain amount of passes that they can hand out to friends and family. So that's what we used to do. Oh, I see Taylor asking more questions. Did you have to supplement when to go vegan? I see that AJ answered Taylor's to you. AJ is saying to Taylor that AJ was iron deficient and B12 deficient as a non-vegan and am not. So the thing is, do you have to take supplements as a vegan? That's an interesting question. I guess it depends on who you talk to. And B-Lam's right. Everyone has to supplement B12, not just vegans. Most people are deficient in B12. I could pull up the study that I pulled up a ton of times. It shows roughly, roughly 40% of Americans are either deficient or close to deficient in vitamin B12. Let me say that Americans, not just vegans or anything, Americans. So unless you know otherwise, like say you're getting your blood labs done and you can see that your B12 is good, then you don't need a B12 supplement. That's why I didn't take any B12 supplements for the first 5 or 6 years as a vegan, because my B12 levels are fine. After a while, I started taking a supplement, not because my levels lowered and I was getting scared or concerned. I just started taking one just because, people are watching our channel. I want to be a good example. I don't want to send some kind of message. Hey, let's be supernatural. Let's be like the cavemen and not take supplements because they didn't take. I don't want to be that kind of guy. So I started taking supplements 5 years in, about 9 years ago, and haven't looked back. Yeah, totally cool. And I'm like Sarah, my B12 levels are amazing. Yeah, 800, 900 range. And she pops one sublingual pill per week. And I do a sublingual spray 1 to 3 times a week. Nothing religious. And there's a little bit too in my daily vitamin as well. But I really think it's the spray that really gets the party going with the strong B12 levels. But yeah, so do you have to take supplements as a vegan? I would say you should, unless you're really weird, really special, and you're really like on top of getting your blood labs checked. You have a doctor, physician, or whatever health professional that goes over them with you. And if you're not taking supplements and you get your test done like once a year and your health professional monitoring everything and they say you're cool, then don't take them. Save your money. But who wants to do that, right? It sounds like a lot of work, a lot of money. Insurance might not cover any of that. So just take a friggin' supplement. That goes, if I were not vegan right now, God forbid, but say I was 58, which I am right now, and not vegan, I would still be taking supplements because it's recommended, especially if you're over the age of 40 or 50, to take certain things like B12, vitamin D, stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, there's nothing shameful about taking supplements. It's not like the multi-billion-dollar supplement industry is there to cater to vegans or something like that. We can buy the stuff too, but it's intended for just regular meat-eating people. Yeah, I'm with you, Sarah, too. Late model. My doctor's been saying the same thing. Just keep doing what I'm doing. They see my body composition. They see my blood labs. Hey, you're doing great. You're playing basketball at your old age. Fuck yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. You're fine. Yeah, I got people coming in half your age that I'm way more concerned about. Their hemoglobin 1C levels are up. Their cholesterol's through the roof. They can barely walk. And they're 35 or something like that. So anyway. Hey, Timothy's here. Awesome. Hey, Graven. Thank you, Graven. People do need an empathy supplement these days, for sure. Adam, Visophrenic? What is that? Never heard of that. Thank you, Karina. Thank you so much. And Uncle, no, I haven't talked to Green Machine yet. Thanks for reminding me. I really need to get on top of that and start having a conversation with those guys. I like them. I like their products. I want to see what they're up to. Oh, Heidi had a great idea. Let me see. She got a new PCP, primary care physician, a few years back, and she at first was a bit skeptical, but soon learned law, and she encourages now. That's cool. I've noticed, this is not a universal rule, but I've noticed when I've gotten the younger, like say 40 years and under health professionals, they're already like know that vegan diets can't be healthy, or more willing to learn and accept the reality of like what's going on with my blood labs and my physicality and all that. They're willing. It's the older ones that seem to be, oh my God, you're gonna be iron deficient. Oh my God, I don't know. So yeah, if you have a cool physician that's willing to work with you, if they're not vegan, willing to work with you, meaning not to give you a bunch of bullshit. No, you got to rub beef tallow up your rectum, or else you're gonna be deficient. As long as you get someone who isn't anti-vegan, yeah, stick with them. If they're cool with you, not eating meat. That's cool. Your doctors are super young and accepting of the way you eat. Good for you, Sarah, late model. AJ, as a non-vegan, you didn't even know you needed B12 supplements. See, it's funny how vegans are the ones that are, at least these days, and more, we learn about this, that, hey, you should probably take a B12 supplement. Your average non-vegan never hears that kind of messaging. As I pointed out, 2 out of 5 of them should be taking a supplement, but they don't ever hear this messaging. So I wonder if nowadays, vegans are less likely to be B12 deficient just because we're so up on it. I wonder. That's my hypothesis. AJ, you need to find a new doctor. Yeah, give it a shot if your doctor is not jiving with your vegan diet. But it sucks changing doctors. Health insurance stuff sucks. I hope I don't lose mine next year or whatever, 2027, and all that shit's supposed to go down. We'll see. Okay, yours was a bit older, Heidi, and she was just a bit uneducated on it with calcium and protein concerns. Cool. As long as she was able to adapt and willing to learn and accept, the facts about how a well-planned vegan diet isn't necessarily going to make you calcium or protein deficient. That's funny, protein deficient. That one's been so thoroughly debunked for decades. I'm surprised anyone, especially any doctors, still have that weird idea that, vegan, protein deficient. Like, I wish I could meet a doctor like that. I would ask him or her, have you ever met a vegan that was protein deficient? They'll probably say no. And I'll say, have you ever even met a person, just anyone that was protein deficient? It's such a rare thing. Yeah, Graven. I remember you telling us a while back about how your doctor she just seemed like an anti-vegan troll that I would encounter in the comments on YouTube, So that sucks, Fortunately, your doctor can't force you to do anything, like stop being vegan or anything like that. So anyway, yeah, Uncle, the government's definitely helping out. It's really expensive to get it 100% funded on your own, working for yourself. I don't have an employer or anything like that. So anyway, let's see. Taylor, is an elk steak unhealthy to eat, just like eating McDonald's meat? Are you joking or serious with us, Taylor? I'll assume you're being serious. Again, let's look at what veganism is, because we're not concerned about eating healthy. I mean, we are concerned about eating healthy, but that's not the primary definition of what vegans do. What we do is we don't participate and support animal cruelty and exploitation, but we do have to eat something. We don't want to die because of our morals and beliefs, so we eat plants. And there's a near infinite amount of ways of eating plants. You could eat in a whole food, balanced, sensible diet like I do, like 98% of the time. That's healthy. Or you could just have Oreos and beer. Vegan, there's no animal cruelty in production of Oreos and beer, as far as I understand. There's no animal products in them. I'll say that at least. I don't know every aspect of how all this stuff's produced, but anyway, technically vegan. Good for you? Hell no. So anyway, my point is, we're against animal cruelty and exploitation. So it doesn't matter how healthy or unhealthy a certain kind of animal product or meat may or may not be. We are the people, the paleos and carnivores. The grass-fed beef, so good for you, it's so nutrient dense. I go, yeah, and many plants are super nutrient dense, but I'm not going to eat your food because I'm not going to violate my morals because your grass-fed free-range animals are more nutrient dense than the factory ones. I don't give a shit. Neither are food options for me because I can eat plants to get all my nutrients and be healthy and active. So anyway, that's how most of us here feel about elk meat or grass-fed free-range animals of any kind. You still have to slaughter them. You still have to kill them when you don't need to. You can just eat plants and be healthy. Again, if you had to eat meat, why am I not having horrible blood tests? I've been vegan 14 and a half years. I just turned 58 years old yesterday. Why am I not dead yet or getting sick and I should be wasting away now, just biding my time before I meet my maker? No, far from it. Yeah, Nikki, Taylor, you're just kind of missing the point of veganism. Again, we're not trying to seek out the world's most optimal human diet. I hate when people say, I have discovered the optimal human. No one knows what the optimal human diet. We can tell what kinds of diets are healthy versus unhealthy. And if you eat a balanced, sensible vegan diet, let me point that out to you, Taylor, if you're still here. Let's see. It's a sensible, well-planned vegan diet is nutritionally adequate. And that's just not my opinion. I'm not some shirtless influencer in the jungle just making crap up, No, this is the opinion of not only me, but I got this from health professionals from around the world who have reviewed the scientific literature and made these claims and or position statements. So anyway, Heidi, you once saw a shaman. That sounds like a bad start to a story right off the bat. And she told me to eat more orange-colored fruits and spend time in nature. Huh? Interesting. Yeah, sure, eating more fruit is generally good. I don't know if you have to eat orange fruit, like eating mangoes and oranges or something like that. Just fruit in general is good, so that advice is sort of good. And spend more time in nature is, I don't see how that's ever bad advice, you know? You know, Sarah, it's all about being shirtless in the jungle and influencing people. That's what social media, that's what all this computer tech, the cloud, and all these cameras and everything, cell phones, they've evolved to the point so we can have shirtless influencers in the jungle. That's the apex of the vortex of tech and social media, being a shirtless influencer in the jungle. And it's enabled people like Paul Saladino to do their thing, to do their grift. Now you want a mango, huh? It does sound pretty good. Hey, vegan sign guy, you're right. It must be Friday. Let's see. What does Uncle have the power to do there? Let me see. Dental is 100% out of pocket for you. I've been paying out of pocket for all these past years. Angie said, you know, let's just take our insurance up on her. So we tried one out on our insurance recently. She had a good experience. So she said she wants to switch over, which is great. You know, we spent so much money getting things fixed this year. Anything we can save as far as that goes is awesome. Every time you hear shirtless influencers in the jungle, you think of excited Kermit, like Kermit the Frog. That's interesting, D-Rabbit. Huh. Check out Mango Song by K-pop group Coffee Boy. Wow, I don't think I've heard that. Isn't food combining debunked? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you'll hear that too often from like the raw and natural hygiene people. Certain orders of eating food are bad, unhealthy, maybe disease promoting. You got to detox afterwards or something. Yeah, I haven't seen any. What I'm trying to say is, I don't think I can't say I've seen any credible science to support those food combining claims, which isn't too surprising. Okay, Uncle brought it up. No, but Uncle, there's no such thing as like proper food. That's a myth from the 70s. It all comes down to eating a balanced, sensible diet, getting a variety of plants. If you're getting a variety of plants, because all plants have different like proportions of the essential amino acids. So some have more than others of certain ones. So just eat a bunch of different plants. You should be fine. I've never heard of a vegan said, "Oh man, yeah, I wasn't eating. I gotta combine my plants in a certain way, or else I'm gonna be protein deficient." I don't think it works like that. That's as opposed to how people were asserting back in the 70s. Yeah, that's the essential amino acids, and plants have all the essential amino acids, like I said, in varying proportions depending on which plant we're talking about. Again, that's more of a reason to eat a wide, varied, balanced vegan diet to make sure you're getting a bunch of different foods, getting all the mini, micro and macronutrients and antioxidants, and minerals, and all that, you know, that are in plants. Yeah, going to the dentist is expensive. That's why Angie said, hey, if our insurance is paying for it, well, we still have it now, let's take advantage of it. So yeah, seemed like a cool dentist. I might actually even switch over to there. I'm not sure. The only reason why I stick with my current kind of fancy dentist is because I have a relationship with them, and they're really good at treating or managing, making sure my gums are operating, you know, are doing well, because I had some deep pockets. Yeah, I had a couple extractions of molars. I think, my two bottom molars are gone because the pockets got so bad. And this had nothing to do with vegan. It had to do with that. I didn't go to the dentist for like 5-10 years or so because of no insurance. This is like in my 30s, you know? So I had to start paying the price in my late 30s, early 40s, and all that. So yeah, I really started paying the price in my 40s and 50s. But yeah, everything's handled now. Everything, I'm staying on top of everything. Things are cool. VLAM said, I heard someone say it's bad to eat fruits with other foods. Then they cited some woo-woo reason. Exactly. That sounds like the woo-woo food combining that the fruitarian people have. Oh, wow. We had to get laser gum removal surgery. Wow. That sounds intense. Yeah, I've never had anything that intense happen. Just, yeah, deep pockets that led to some molars coming out. You love your dentist dreading the day he retires. That's kind of what happened to mine. My dentist retired a couple years ago, but he sold or gave to the practice to a younger dentist. He's probably like 35 or something like that, or 40. And yeah, same practice, same everyone else working there. So yeah, he's really good too. I've had both of them do some really like amazing work, getting some hard to reach fillings put in, and yeah, they're great. They're both really cool. So I'm afraid to leave that expertise, but yeah, the one Angie just got seemed really good. I looked at her background, like where she studied. She's specialized in some kind of computer-aided design thing in dentistry where they can make a filling like on the spot. There's a machine, instead of like having to go for one appointment and they measure it and you come back a week or two or a month later. Just go in one day, they scan your mouth or whatever, send that to the machine pumps out a filling, slap it in. Well, I'm not slapping it, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. I didn't know such tech exists, and she has that technology. Nikki, thankful for federal dental insurance. Had a filling done this week for $37. Score. Yeah, I think mine are usually like in the realm of a couple $100 or something like that. You need a new dentist too, AJ. Haven't been since COVID. Oh my God, you just go every 6 months. Get in there, AJ. Even if it's the same old one, just get in there. Have you been getting your teeth cleaned at least? Like, that seems to be like, you know, like super important. The older we get is the, you know, regular cleanings. Like I go in twice a year. You know, if you haven't been in for a couple of years, make an appointment on Monday, AJ, please. Yeah, I'm worried about you now. The lasers were not painless, Graven. Oh, sorry to hear that. Graven, your husband just got a crown and cavity filled, was $800. See, I had this dilemma I've had a horrible and expensive year of getting broken things fixed. A little over a year ago, I would say last year in September, I had to get I think I had, if I remember the story right, it was just like an old filling or crown from childhood. It's worn out. It's past its lifespan, and it was for a molar too. So they said, yeah, the molars are super important because that's what you chomp down on. They get tons of action, tons of wear and abuse. A gold crown is the most hardcore. It's you know, it's the toughest, strongest. Even with the newer high tech options, molar still is the top dog as far as endurance and longevity. But it costs a lot. But he said it could last the rest of my life. I go, that sounds pretty cool. I like the rest of my life, you know, that sounds pretty cool. So I had to pay a lot of money out of pocket. It was almost like $2,000. It sucked. But I figured pay once and hopefully keep it forever. So yeah, out of pocket fully on that one. I'm not a metallurgist or anything like that, Parth. It's soft in the sense, I guess it can be formed or molded, but it's tough. If you look at, they ran through all the different options that you can get for the filling for my crown. And gold was the one that's going to last. Other ones that have like maybe 5-10 year longevity. I like 30 plus years. Like, okay, let's go with that one. Yeah, root canals can lead to problems too. Unfortunately, Angie had one like around the time we met, but things have been pretty cool so far. But yeah. Oh, no one's taking new patients, AJ? Wow, that sucks. Huh. Well, I feel grateful Angie and I both have a dentist right now. Huh. Okay, so Uncle's looking into the protein combining myth thing there. So Uncle says, I see that our bodies have a readily available pool of free amino acids that can be used to synthesize proteins, regardless of whether all essential amino acids are present in one meal. Exactly. That's what I said. Just eat a bunch of different foods, build up that amino acid pool, and it should all work out. You'd have to be doing something really weird. That's why I'm so against like people saying they're mono mealing, just eating one food or something like that, or eating a really restrictive way of veganism. Like, I'm just going to eat like 1 or 2 fruits and salad or something like that, because that's what you get in run of the problem, Uncle. Exactly, of not having all the different amino acids and the proportions you need. If you eat a wide variety of foods and don't do silly things like that, you should be fine. Hey, thank you, Redlocks. Thank you for the happy birthday there. Parth, are you swearing? Are you cussing? What's going on? How come our bot keeps telling you from spamming caps? All caps. Parth, no all caps. You know, you've been here enough times to know that all caps will get you in trouble with our Streamlabs bot. So just, knock off the all caps. I mean, I could go turn that setting off. It'll take me like 3 minutes or so. It's just don't do the all caps. Make it easy for your old cult leader live stream dude here. Hey, thanks, Johnny. Thank you so much. And thank you too, Elena. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, really nice birthday. If you haven't already watched the vlog that we just put out right before this live stream, what Angie and I did on my birthday yesterday. Oh no, Johnny, about to go through hell starting tomorrow for the next 2 weeks. What kind of hell are you going to go through, man? I don't feel, I feel bad for you. What's going on? Yeah, sometimes I do the all caps so we are excited, but unfortunately my Streamlabs bot doesn't get, well, he gets excited, it gets excited, but not for the right reasons. No, I actually didn't have a proper birthday cake. I mean, if you watch the short that Angie made yesterday, you know, the vertical format one in the morning, I did have like a pastry. It wasn't really a cake per se. I could look at it as being like a cake though. It was super delicious. Both kinds of cake? What are the 2 kinds of cake? Oh, that's good, Heidi. I'm glad the weather is good now. A 2-week heat advisory sounds like hell. Maybe that's what Johnny's got to go through, some kind of training in the heat or something like that. For me, that'd be horrible. Yeah, military related, I guessed it. Another combat simulation type of training. You're going to hate every second you're there, and it's probably going to be hot as F, too. I assume you're doing it somewhere near, I mean, everywhere is hot right now in the Northern Hemisphere for the most part, but it's been delightful. I have to say, this is like last summer, man. June was really nice. July, really nice. August started off so far nice. Then sometimes you get some crazy heat waves in late August or September, or even October. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's been a really delightful summer. The last few years, like 4 or 5 years have been like that too, from what I remember. I remember the summers going really nice, like starting off really nice. Yeah, 82. Let's see we're like 82ish right now too. Let me check it out. What tomorrow's high is going to be. Yeah, 81 today, 81 Saturday, 81 Sunday. That's what it is right where I'm at. You know, pretty nice weather. That's below average. Usually I think the average is like 83 or something like that. The end of next week's supposed to get hot? Oh no. Let me see. Let's see. A week from today, 81. In fact, it's going to be like 80 to 82 degrees every day for the next 10 days on the Apple Weather app right now. Well, it actually says it's going to be cooler on Saturday, 79. Oh, I guess I was reading it wrong. Okay, it was only 77 today. I don't know where I got my numbers from. 77 today, 79 Saturday, 80 on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, it's going to, even next Sunday, a week from this one, 81. So yeah, hopefully it's going to stay chill, hopefully. And our AC working good now. Hopefully it stays that way. At least it's on warranty, being new. Oh yes, I'm totally looking forward to Spinal Tap 2, Michael. Hardcore, 100%. I'm probably not going to go to the theater to see it. Maybe I will. I'll consider it. But, you know, I'm patient. I wait for things to come to streaming. Yeah, I don't think Sarah would like Florida as far as like high heat and high humidity. Sarah is more her wheelhouse is like, yeah, like 67 degrees, cloudy and overcast. But yeah, I've never been to Florida. I don't know how many plans to ever visit to Florida. So I don't know if I'll ever see Disneyland out there. Oh, that's good for you, Apano, in the Inland Empire here in Southern California, low 90s. That's great for this time of year. If you're not crossed 100 degrees, awesome. Let's see. Heidi's talking to Parth about Avatar, and he's saying racially profiling. What the hell's going on? I don't know what you guys are talking about there. Parth's. How are you saying Parth, Vishnu, Avatar? Huh? I don't understand. Thanks, otters and elephants. Yeah, I survived another year as a deficient vegan. I'm still waiting for all this horrible crap to start happening. Graven, who is a Floridian, I'll read exactly what she said. Florida isn't compatible for human life. It's great if you're a reptile. I mean, yeah, I'm that's why I'm not going to Florida. It's nothing about the people or anything like that. It's just not my kind of weather. I remember the closest kind of weather I've ever experienced to Florida was when I took a trip from Mexico City when my band played there. To Cancun. We took the money we made and say, hey, let's have a little vacation. So we went to Cancun, and it's a similar kind of climate, maybe even a little more humid and hot because it's further south. I don't know, but it's close enough. You know, it's hot. I hated it. I mean, I loved it there. It's beautiful, but I hated that weather. I didn't bring enough clothes. I just kept sweating through my shirts. I bought some crappy tourist t-shirts like the next day to have a few more handy. It was gorgeous. Visited Chichen Itza, took a little boat out to Isla de Mujeres and swam with barracuda and all sorts of fish. I had an awesome time out there, don't get me wrong, but I hated the weather. It's like that thing at nighttime. You think, oh, it's going to cool down now. And it does for maybe like 5-10 minutes when it's breezy. Then the breeze stops and it's so horribly humid right now. It's overbearing. But anyway, you guys are probably way more used to it than I am. I live on the West Coast where it's not as hot and not as humid. So going out there as a tall dude, it just killed me. I could not live there. Okay, I'm glad nothing bad's going on with Parth and Heidi. Cool. Anyway. It is a little over halftime, Sarah. Yeah, we're actually a little bit over halftime. I started a hair earlier today too because of the premiere right before. It's the AJ. You sat outside in the heat advisory heat the other day because you missed the Florida weather. I'm glad God brought Florida weather to you in upstate New York. Awesome. Uncle says air conditioning made the South livable. Yeah, I bet it. Oh, Graven, you would move out of Florida if it wasn't for your husband's job being there. It's overcrowded, overpriced, and miserable weather. You never get used to the heat and humidity. I feel like I would never get used to it. You probably have a better resistance to it, having just been there for so long. Me, I tell you, if I walk into weather like that, like I did in Cancun, bam, just like, it's beautiful here, it's amazing, but I should have gone somewhere colder. Oh, you only have cell phone access, Johnny? Damn. Well, you're really going in hard with the military. I'm glad it's just training. You're not being deployed or anything like that. Yeah. Heat and humidity saps. It totally saps energy and the will to live too. It can make you really depressed. At least it gets us depressed here when we get those hardcore heat waves, as we did last year, right when our air conditioner just totally stopped working. Florida has meth gators. Oh, every time you mow the yard, you feel like you're on the verge of a heat stroke. Oh, man, I feel sorry for you, Graven. Really, I do, because I would feel exactly as miserable as you do out there. Okay, so for Johnny, it's prep for us, that military training doing for though there's a big chance you're going overseas somewhere soon. Really, for some kind of like deployment or just training? 'Cause that's a big difference, right? What are you gonna go see, Heidi? You're gonna see a movie about a Hindu novel, like what? A movie? I didn't hear about this. Yeah, I'm like Sarah too. Yeah, both her and I we like to get outside. So if it's humid, it's hard to do stuff, you know. At least harder, not impossible. Not to say people don't enjoy the outdoor life in Florida. I'm not suggesting at all. But for West Coasters like me and Sarah, you know, California kids, and now you've moved out to Oregon, but you're still a California person. You spent your formative growing up years here. We're wimps, and we can't handle high heat humidity that well, unless you grew up way inland. You know, if you're used to that kind of weather. Like if you grew up in like the Coachella Valley or Inland Empire or Inland Central Valley, California, or something like that. But for us who grew up, you know, relatively near the ocean, like me and Sarah, it's late model. It's tough to deal with that hot weather. That's cool. You get the actual seasons though. You know all about all this snow technology that I haven't a clue. So you're better prepared to survive a cold weather survival situation than I'd ever be. You prefer 10-degree weather with a tent? What? Tell us about that, vegan metalhead. That sounds horrible to me. Let's see, D Rabbit, you are West Coast or North Coast, really? West Coast. What's North Coast? You're talking like north of California? Yeah, I'm with you on the snow, Johnny. I like seeing it sometimes, but like being in it, I feel like a fish out of water, you know? I'm not in my element when I'm in the snow, you know? I don't have the clothes or experience or anything like that, you know? Not to say I hate it or anything like that. I just don't do snow all that often. I didn't like take skiing trips when I was younger or stuff like that. Wow, Montana. Well, that is a complete 180 going from Florida to Montana. Wow. Yeah, you'd get some cold weather there for sure. It might be too much of an extreme like reaction to Florida's weather. Maybe. I'm just throwing a guess out there. That sounds hardcore. I mean, that's another state I've never been to, but from what I understand, it's beautiful and nice place to be. But yeah, it could be pretty intense surviving a Montana winter is my guess, especially for being someone like you and me. We're in the same category there, Graven, of not having like much snow experience in our lives. Uncle, yeah, you're right. We can't even buy real cold weather gear here in Southern California. Absolutely right. Even like if people go snowboarding up in the winter, I don't think they're getting super real cold weather gear. You know, they're just getting stuff so they can go snowboard when it's like 40 degrees. Johnny says he'd rather stay there in Florida than go to Montana. Yeah, I've heard cool things about Missoula. I don't know what the politics are like there anymore. Like when I had friends that you know are from or traveled to Montana, it was pre like the Trump era. So I don't know what things are like now. I have no clue. What I mean by the pre-Trump era, before he came on the scene, I'm not blaming him or anything. It's just the internet did it. But we were less divided as a nation. I'm not getting on a political high horse, so no one get fearful. I'm not gonna spout a bunch of weird crap here. Just, you know, before social media, politics were dividing, but not as dividing and divisive as they are now. And that sure changed somewhere around the time like the rise of Facebook and all that, when everyone is on, all our dads and family and stuff like that. So I know things have changed in some places. So I don't know what Montana is like anymore. But for I remember, it seemed like a really cool, chill place. Yeah, I'm with you, AJ. It was so peaceful before social media. Social media is like a doomsday machine, you know. No one's really benefiting from it other than those who have created it and know how to exploit it. Graven, the furthest north you've been is Michigan as a kid, and we stayed with family over the winter. What'd you think of that? What'd you think of a Michigan winter? Because that would be some indication of what a Montana winter would be like. A little different, but similar enough so you can, judge if you think you'd survive a Montana winter. Huh. You've heard Maine is racist? It's currently the widest state? Huh. I wouldn't have thought of Maine as racist. I actually had some friends back in the 2000s from Maine. I mean, that's a small sample set, just like 3 people I knew. They're totally the least racist people I've known. But who knows? Things could be different now. What's that, AJ? You remember being annoyed in the early 2000s, seeing people on their phones? It seems so unnatural. Okay, you loved it. Okay, you loved a Michigan winter. Well, that bodes well for moving anywhere northern then. Michigan, Montana, wherever, Maybe you will end up in Missoula, Montana or something like that. Okay, you have non-racist friends in Maine too? Oh. I've never been to Maine. To me, it just seems like a chill, beautiful place, Like it's a state, but it seems like a small town throughout it. That's the vibe I got of Maine from being way out here in California and never having visited Maine. Let's see. What's that? D-Rabbit used to love traveling and staying at hostels with tent yards. Interesting. I never did anything like that. Let's see, what'd you have on, AJ? Your shirt today said, make racism wrong again. Completely agree with you. I told you, a lot of you guys may not be as sensitive or experience racism, especially if you guys are, have different ethnicity backgrounds than me that stem more completely from Europe as opposed to me just having some European background. Yeah, I've noticed, not as much lately. This is more like maybe when COVID was going on, a lot more anti-Asian racism, more than I've pretty much ever seen in my life. And it was really disheartening and such a bummer. There's still people I haven't talked to this day from the anti-Asian rhetoric that they were either saying themselves or said they were okay with, these kinds of things being said about people of my ancestry. I go, whoa, I didn't know you were racist all this time. When did this come about? So there's people I haven't even talked to. And some of these people, I can think of 3 off the top of my head, were vegan. One was a medical doctor even. So, older one. But anyway, that's enough of that, not to make things weird or anything. I just told you, racism sucks. And it makes me more passionate about my veganism because I experience the same kind of hate from anti-vegans. It's the same thing. It's the same. Bigotry is bigotry. There's different ways to be bigots. So someone who has a problem with Asians might not have a problem with, say, people from Polynesia or whatever. The people pick and choose their bigotry, whatever. But it's the same hate when it's being utilized. What's the word I'm looking for? Someone's emoting bigotry. You feel it. I feel anti-vegan hate in the same way I feel anti-Asian hate or whatever. Anyway, enough of that. Let's not talk about that. Hey, Beautissimo, welcome. Uncle, you've experienced racism in Texas because you have curly hair? What are you talking about? I mean, all sorts of European peoples have curly hair, right? That doesn't make any sense. Like, what? What? Gotta explain that one more. That makes no sense. But yeah, being racist is so freaking weird and so lame. I said all bigotry is so freaking weird and so lame. Whether you're against people of a certain race or culture or religion or that they don't eat meat, people hate you for whatever dumb reason. Yeah, the hobbits have curly hair, right? Is that what you're talking about, D-Rabbit? That's awesome. New shirt you got there, Nikki. Save a cow, become a soy girl. Yeah, I'm a soy person. Yeah, that's a strange thing to be against, curly hair. That is just so, like, they're just finding something to hate at that point, right, guys? I mean, curly haired people. Like, what? Oh, you haven't, you're bigoted against that? Soy people. That's what I call us types. We are soy people. Wow, Johnny, you're lucky. At your age, you've never experienced racism personally, as you live in a very diverse area of the country. You're lucky. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to. I've had a couple weird run-ins. I don't want to talk about them right now, but yeah. Yeah, great, man. Sorry about your uncle, but yeah, racism, I agree, makes a person evil and most likely dumb too. Because racism at its core is evil, because bigotry is evil. That's cool, Heidi. A shirt with a lamb on it, eat your own leg? Cool. I don't know how people react to that. Hey, fellow Maria's here. Awesome. Good to see ya. What, AJ, you have a shirt that says, not your mom, not your milk, with a cow picture. Awesome. I bet that leaves a few people scratching their heads like, huh? I don't get that. People are like, oh, law, that's cool. Yeah, I like these subtle vegan message shirts. Let's see, Johnny, your grandmother and mom being of African American descent, and your grandmother had it pretty bad. They tried to kick her family out for being the only black family in an all-white neighborhood. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, racism is like something like was worse for from what I understand, for prior generations. My mom was telling me like one reason where they bought their house out now, and this is in California too. Like they wanted to live in one area in a city just right nearby, and she said something about how they didn't want Asians living there or something like that. You had to be white or something like that. I go, this is California in this early 70s. Like, holy shit, Yeah, it totally baffles me. It's nuts completely. Oh yeah, great one. Yeah, I want to check out the new season of Dexter. I'm just kind of waiting to pull the trigger. Now is actually a pretty good time. We're kind of in between shows right now. I'm just waiting them to release a few more episodes. So we only need to purchase Showtime for no more than a month. How many episodes are out now? Are they on the third one right now? Because I think there's probably 8 episodes. So maybe once they release the 4th or 5th one, we'll bite the bullet and get it. Because I definitely want to see Dexter. And I heard isn't Michael C. Hall plant-based or something like that? Anyway, they're on episode 6. Oh, maybe I'll get it tonight then. Who knows? A little birthday present of Showtime. No spoilers, but it was eye roll territory. Okay, thanks for the and what episode has the anti-vegan thing? Is it like episode 5 then or something, or 6? Let me know. Oh no, what happened to Nikki? Let me read up here. Okay, Nikki said, my mom, who is white, was advised by acquaintances to abort your twin brother and you because you were part black? Advised by acquaintances? Holy shit, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh man, that's horrible. The Dexter guy is kind of cute, huh? AJ? Okay, episode 4. Okay, thanks for letting me know that, Graven, because I'll be expecting episode 1. I didn't see the anti-vegan thing. Okay, I have to wait till episode 4. Okay, awesome. Okay, episode 6 is next Friday. They have 10 episodes this season. Holy crap. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Okay, I'll have to do my math to see when's the soonest I can buy a month of Showtime, stream it for a month, and only for 1 month. I don't want to go into a second month because I don't think there's any other shows I need to watch on Showtime. Is there anything else cool on there right now? But yeah, we do like Dexter in this family here. I haven't tried anything like that, Uncle. Yeah, and often, yeah, Sarah points out some of these offers give you the first month free, so you can watch your show of choice for free if you want. I mean, if you can get those kind of deals. But yeah, I like to not pay for streaming channels that I don't. A lot of them I have included. I'm kind of lucky. I don't have to pay for too many of them, especially if I don't mind ads and stuff. Yeah, Showtime, I have no way of getting that one for free, so gotta pay for that one. But yeah, I don't mind. It's not like I'm against it. I'll pay for a month or two. That's totally cool. He watches Dexter on that channel. Okay, yeah, I bet there's movies too, right? But odds of them having one that I want to watch at any moment is pretty slim. Animal Kingdom. What's that? Animal Kingdom. Ellen Barkin is gnarly. I don't think I've heard of that show. Or is it a show? Let me know. I don't know what Animal Kingdom is. How are we doing on time? Gee, I'm starting to get pretty hungry already. All right, 7:23. Yeah, South Park. Yeah, we talked about that last week. I was so excited for a new episode this week, and yeah, they didn't put one out, right? They're going to put one out next week. But yeah, I couldn't believe I was watching last week's South Park going, holy mother effing s, holy crap, Matt and Trey. Wow, these guys, I don't know, these guys have big balls. Maybe they want to get sued. Maybe they want to get Paramount sued. I don't know. But man, those guys don't hold back. They've never been one to hold back. I think, I guess they're showing, even though they're older now and richer, they still are the same in that they just, they don't want people controlling their creativity. They'll push it as far as the law will allow, like with the censors will get passed, So anyway, wow. I'm not sure what we're going to have for dinner tonight, AJ. Let me think. For lunch, Angie made us a stir fry, which was so welcome after eating all this weird food for the past day and a half or so, as you saw in the vlogs. It's nice to get back to eat our simple, healthy food, rice and Asian veggies and stuff. Super good. Big balls? What's that for? Well, big balls meaning brave. That's what I'm talking about, Heidi. When I talk about Matt and Trey from the creators of South Park, just having guts, just putting something out there where they can get in a lot of trouble and they don't give a shit. I'm not that kind of person. So anyway, that's what I mean by the big balls. They have big balls. Speaking figuratively, speaking there. Oh, that's cute, Graven. Your husband named your pug Dexter after the show. That's a cute animal name. Yeah, great. Yeah, Uncle says great South Park. They always do great. I.e. out of the closet episode. Yeah, they poke. That's what I like about them, because I always say I'm apolitical. I don't follow the views of any political party, and neither do Matt or Trey. They'll poke fun at anyone. They've poked fun at, say, Al Gore, Man Bear Pig, which I love. Man Bear Pig is one of my favorite weird evil beasts on South Park. Satan is such a cool character, and that was so awesome. I think me and Angie were so excited to see Satan return on last week's episode. It looks like Satan's going to have a recurring role this season, perhaps. So that was exciting. So anyway. They did a Big Balls episode too. Wow, I bet they did. I don't remember that one off the top of my head, but that sounds like totally something they would do. Yeah, Satan is one of their coolest characters. So nuanced and complicated, and such a feeling person. He's probably an INFP like me or something like that. Yeah, it's an AC/DC song from the 70s. I've got big balls. We've got big balls. I remember that one, but yeah, that's maybe what you're thinking of there too. I'm not sure what they were talking about. I don't think AC/DC were talking about their bravado or anything like that. I'm not sure. I don't remember the lyrics all that well, like the story, how it built up to that chorus. But anyway, yeah, typically big balls is a idiomatic expression referring to having some serious guts, some cojones. Anyway, Travis, I haven't really found the elusive Uncrustables yet. Yeah, what were they really called? See, I'd never seen or heard of that food ever. It was when I was discussing Lizzo's most recent tirade against vegans. You know, I talked about when she used to eat Uncrustables. I didn't know what they were. Whoa!
Thanks for the tip.
Thanks for the tip there, Juan Lopez. Is that Argentine peso there? Hey, Ryan. I'll read your thing. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Let's see if I got it here. Let's see. I don't have a gas installation at home. Sometimes it can be difficult to make cooked foods without an affordable cooking fuel. You bought an ethanol cooking stove recently and works excellent. Love your content. Oh, thanks so much. And let's see. So you don't have gas installed at your home. I see what you're saying. You're using ethanol, using ethanol cooking stove, and it works excellent. Cool. I'm glad you found a workaround to cook. I mean, yeah, if you have electricity, there's electric stoves too. You can get little hot plates and stuff if you don't want to get a full cooker kind of thing, just like little plates that put out heat. That's a cool thing about cooking. There's so many ways to heat up plants. So anyway, thank you so much, Juan. Much appreciated. Thanks for the super chat tip there. Oh, your English is fine. I understood you just fine, Juan. You'd be surprised at how many native English speakers, particularly anti-vegans who are native English speakers, who I can't tell what the hell they're saying. Their thoughts are so incoherent that even in their native language, English, they can't make a sentence that I can understand. So I totally fully understood you there, Juan. No problem. Yeah, AJ, yeah, your English is more than fine. It's great. Travis, you made a lasagna in your mailbox last week. It was that hot. Let's see. Johnny, didn't Lizzo lose a bunch of weight? Yeah, she was open about how she uses that. What's that? Ozempic? Is that the trendy weight loss drug right now? And I think it has applications for things other than weight loss. That's just what you hear all the hype about and stuff like that. But yeah. It's not like veganism made her fat or something like that. She lost weight after she quit being vegan and started taking Ozempic. That's a whole nother video topic. I don't think I'm going to bother with that. I don't like to make videos about weight loss. It really is not what veganism is. I don't like to get those ideas intertwined. There's too many other vegan content creators who make it about weight loss, and you can take Ozempic as a vegan or a non-vegan. It has nothing to do with veganism. Zero. Unless the pill has like beef in it or something, which I really doubt. Oh, thanks, Judy Dark. Thank you for the super chat tips. Text to speech. Here we go.
Happy birthday, Ryan. Flexed
there
biceps, light skin tone, raising hands, light skin tone.
It reads the emojis. Oh, thank you so much, Judy Dark. And thanks, and AJ too. Our 3 super chat tips tonight. What should Uncle have for dinner? Well, I'm gonna think about what Angie and I should have for dinner and see if that's something Uncle could have. Too bad we just can't meet up in the middle and have dinner together. We're so tired, guys. Seriously, after like yesterday, we walked to the Italian vegan place and back in the morning. Came here, did a little work, and then we went to Disneyland and we parked to go to that restaurant you saw in the vlog from earlier today. We have to walk a long way. We were walking a lot yesterday, so I was so tired at the gym today. I played a super hard Tuesday at the gym. I played super hard, like 2 hours playing games the entire time. So I was pretty tired. Then just not be able to rest yesterday from walking all day yesterday. I was so tired at the gym today. I texted Angie about it a little after an hour into it. I didn't play any games. So I'm coming home soon. I'm beat still. I'm still tired. So yeah, we're just going to take it chill, man. Angie's feeling it too. It's because we're vegan, right? He's watching around. Look at him. He turned 58 and he's so tired. It's like, yeah, if you had done what I'd done for this week, you'd be beat as hell too, VD. There's no way you could have done what I did Tuesday and been alive walking around Wednesday. Anyway, that sounds great. Barbecue jackfruit sandwich sounds I think I want to keep it even more chill. Usually the jackfruit stuff, usually if you get it out of a can, it's spice and stuff. I'm really digging our simple foods right now. Like I told Angie, made us a stir fry for lunch. Yeah, hopefully we'll make something like just simple, just little to no processing. Yeah, Johnny, I don't pay attention to the celebrities too, especially the celebrities who claim that they're vegan. I usually find they're plant-based. I was surprised Angie learned today. You guys know sometimes I watch HGTV. You know that Flipping Out show with Tarek and Christina? Well, Tarek's new wife, Heather, I believe is her name, said she's been vegan, like literally vegan, not just plant-based, for like 8 years or something like that, maybe 10, I forgot. Yeah, she actually said she does it for animals and she cares about animals and stuff like that. So I don't know, I thought that was surprising. I just thought I'd pass that out there. I just learned that this week. Oh, Sarah, you told me a while ago, what was that animal show you were talking about? I saw it and I read it and I said, oh, and I forgot what you said. So I forgive if you have to type it in again, but you said it was some kind of crime drama show. And if so, I don't think you said what channel it's on. So let me know what that is. Maybe we'll check it out. Animal Kingdom. Yeah. What is it and where can I see it at? Oh, good night, Graven. Thanks for being with us here today. Great seeing you. Family crime drama on Netflix. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that. We definitely have Netflix. I get that free with my cell phone service, so cool. And it's gnarly. Ooh, I'm not sure. Thanks for letting me know about the gnarly there. Yeah, we like kind of chill, but yeah. Oh, so it's 6 seasons. That's what's cool. We can find a show that's been out forever and has a bunch of seasons. Then we're hooked. We have something to watch for the next 2 months. I feel envious for people. Like Angie and I, back when the show Suits, you guys know that originally aired like a decade ago. We were totally into that show. Thought it was awesome. Then it came out on Netflix a few years ago. Then everyone else discovered it. I go, I wish I could have been discovering Suits right now. That'd be so cool. So anyway, if you haven't checked out Suits, check out Suits. It's a cool show. And I believe it's still on Netflix. But I'll ask Angie if she knows anything about Animal Kingdom. The Tiger King show with Joe Exotic. I don't think I watched that stuff. Is it like The Sopranos, which I haven't watched? The Good Doctor, is that a show? That doesn't ring a bell for me. Yeah, we're kind of in between shows right now. I just realized that I don't know when it came out. It must have been in the past few months. We've had Paramount Plus that there's a whole new season of Strange New Worlds. The Captain Pike series. We're totally into that, so we started watching that a few nights ago. So that's kind of what our thing is right now. Captain Pike with young Spock and everyone. Let's see. So how are we doing on time here? 7:35. I probably won't go all the way to 8 tonight because technically I started at a quarter before the hour because of the live premiere. And I tell you, the whole reason why I talk about how tired I feel today and everything is I just think I need to like catch up on eating and get a lot of rest. So I think I've been burning calories more hardcore than normal this week. Let me see. I remember I looked. I think I burnt like 1,300 at the gym on Tuesday. I kept it chill today, more like 500. But we walked so much yesterday. Like, it's a mile basically to the coffee place. The not the coffee place. Where we had the coffee. Here in Long Beach, the Italian vegan place. About a mile round trip. And then Disneyland, we probably did another 3-4 miles there. So pretty chill. Feeling pretty chill today. Angie's tired too. We've just been going quite busy for the past few days. Hey, Him, what is up? Well, that sounds cool, sir. You didn't tell me that Animal Kingdom is set in a surf community in California. That's awesome. Is it a real one? Did they do filming in say Oceanside or something like that? Or is it just a fictional one like in Veronica Mars they had a fake beach town or whatever? That sounds cool. It's just a racket and crime by some brothers in a surf community in California. I like that now. Got me more interested in watching it. Oh, It's Oceanside? I just pulled that out of my butt, really. I had no idea, seriously. I don't know why I picked Oceanside. I guess I was going to say somewhere like Encinitas or Leucadia or something like that, but none of you guys would know where those are unless you're from, like, you know, San Diego County or something like that. Oceanside, you can see the pier all the time, and the Strand. Awesome. I'll definitely check it out now. Yeah, I'm totally. Yeah, shows about California up the ante, particularly if it's coastal California. Okay, let me ask you. Yeah, those North San Diego County towns. Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, I mean, a long time ago, I was thinking, I wish I could live in Encinitas or something like that. Way out of my price. It's like living in Marin County or something like that. Super, super expensive, and it's just too crazy. It's just the center of the surfing industry down near there. I want to live somewhere a little more chill. Anyway, I was going to say, how gnarly is it, Sarah? Is it like compared to like Dexter? Am I going to be grossed out? Like, are people getting decapitated? So like, let's just kind of give me the heads up there. Oh yeah, family in Carlsbad. Awesome. Yeah, another nice place. Yeah, that's a nice stretch of coast down there. Like, pretty much south of Oceanside. All the towns from there down to like Del Mar. It's amazing. Uncle, do Bodie and Jojo let me and Angie go outside? No, they wanted us. Our cats want to lock us down at home 24/7. Always have access to our laps and be able to kiss us and stuff like that. No, our cats are. People say cats are so not like dogs. You know, they're more independent. Like, no. You've obviously never had cats before. Our cats are so clingy and lovey, and we love them, so it's awesome. Let's see. It's not that gross, but it's gritty and dark. Okay, we'll check it out. Maybe we'll check it out tonight, because I told her in between shows, you know, maybe we'll watch Pike tonight. Oh, here's a show we've been watching. I don't think I've ever talked about it. On the Sci-Fi Channel. I think it's on USA, because I see the watermark. Resident Alien. Any of you guys ever see that show? We just discovered it like maybe earlier this year or late last year, and the new season's out now. If you haven't seen that show, you might want to. It's wacky and zany, funny, alien oriented, you know, outer space alien. So you might, just throw that out there if you've never seen Resident Alien. And you love it. I love that guy, Harry, the main comedian guy. We've seen him on other shows. He's funny. He's when we saw he was playing the alien, I go, we definitely got to check this out. And we were totally, whoa, this show is way better than we thought. I thought it would be okay. And I go, I love this. And I think maybe season 1's the best, you know. But anyway, yeah, check him out if you've never seen Resident Alien. Cool. I'm glad you like that one too, Vegan Heretic. AJ, cool. You just put Animal Kingdom on your Netflix list. I'll remember that name. Isn't that the name of that Disney park in Florida? Is that called the Animal Kingdom, if I remember right? I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, check it out, Uncle. Yeah, I'm not sure if you have the right channels and stuff set up for it, but if you have access to it, and I think their shows are spread across a couple different streaming properties right now. But yeah, if you have access to Resident Alien, definitely recommend checking out at least season 1, and go with it from there if you like it. D Rabbit, California is one of a few states that you have not visited or lived, even though you lived in Oregon cities for a while. Yeah, California's diverse. There's really no such thing as California. Like northern, central, and southern California, totally different. And once you in all of those, once you go inland away from the coast, it gets different too. In geography, we have the lowest point of land in North America, Death Valley, and the highest point on the Continental 48, Mount Whitney. You know, it's crazy here. And those two are really close to each other too. They're right by each other. It's crazy. Yeah, beautiful beaches, forests, deserts, you name it, we got it. Yeah, it is Animal Kingdom by Disney World. See, I told you, I won't forget the name of the show now, because, just think of that place. D Rabbit, you like the Resident Alien, the one with... Sorry, guys. Here's some food, something. No. Skarsgård as an AI. I don't remember that one. Gee. Huh. The Science Channel. I don't know if I have access to the Science Channel, Uncle. Thanks for mentioning that. I will go have a look out there, see if I can get a Science Channel app for Apple TV or whatever, maybe for my iPad or something. I'll check that out. See, you like how the universe works. All right, cool. Yeah, Travis, yeah, speaking of Death Valley, I don't know if they've had it since post-COVID, but yeah, the Badwater something race, yeah, it's an ultra marathon held in the middle of Death Valley in the middle of summer at peak heat. It's crazy. No, never gonna even think about doing something like that. I won't even visit Death Valley in the summertime. Actually, I've never been to Death Valley. I would like to go sometime, but not during summer. If I can find like that sweet week or two in the middle between summer and fall, or winter and summer, where it's like going to be like 70 degrees, that's my operating temperature range right there, the Goldilocks temperature zone. D Rabbit says Vancouver, British Columbia is like that. I think BC is general and varied. Yeah, I'd love to visit Vancouver, British Columbia too, sometime. Really, I have. I've been wanting to go there since I was a kid. What do you think about hosting vegan trips? Some vegan influencers been doing that for a while now. Yeah, first of all, we're not influencers. I just respond to knuckleheads saying shit about vegans. But I don't know. I'm not sure what to think about hosting a vegan trip or not. You know, I've never really thought about it. But others are doing that, and and they're creating good experiences. Yeah, I'm for it. Totally cool. I just don't know about us doing something like that. You know. Oh, yeah, your trip to Portugal, AJ. I'm extremely jealous. Going on a vegan trip to Portugal in April. Wow, that'll be awesome. Yeah, Johnny, you know, California deserts are no joke, especially when you're there last year, especially if you come in the summertime to the desert. Yeah, Death Valley can get over 120. The record's like 130 degrees or something crazy like that. I heard it's completely hellish. Like, it doesn't sound like there'd be much difference between like 120 and 130 degrees, but apparently from the people that they're from there or work there or whatever, there's a crazy difference going from like 120 to 130. So once it gets up to like upper 120s, it's like this is like the whole Earth's about to stop or something like that. It's just crazy. It's that hot. Birds fall dead out of the sky. It's insane. Yeah, and there's a reason why they call it Death Valley. Yeah, if your car breaks down and you're not prepared, you could die. Wow, Heidi, you went to Death Valley as a kid? Awesome. Okay, I didn't know Cheap Lazy Vegan is the vegan trip queen. Good for her. Awesome. And yes, Sarah, I am not an influencer. I don't like that term with respect to me. If other people that create content like that, I'm not knocking them at all. I just don't feel like I'm an influencer. It's just not my thing. You know, you're more an influencer, like, hey guys, here I'm going to do this. We don't really do that. You know, even though we did put out a vlog today, that was special. It was for my birthday. Oh, sorry, your friend John just moved to Portugal. Would you happen to know what part of Portugal your friend moved to? Because I'm kind of interested in Portugal a little bit. Just doing a little research here and there, just keeping my options open in case at some point I want to leave the country for good. Who knows? Portugal sounds nice. At least for me, southern Portugal sounds nice. Oh, you're not sure what town? Because, yeah, Portugal's kind of like California in a sense. It's got, it's pretty, it's got different climate zones. Like southern Portugal seems quite different from northern Portugal. Okay, so AJ is going with Kristen from Will Travel for Vegan Food. Awesome. You're getting twitchy, Sarah? Yeah, we've been here a long time. We've been here 2 hours now. Totally. Why are the trips so expensive, Elam? I haven't looked at the price list, but, everything is freaking expensive now. I mean, I used to be able to go to Del Taco here and get like 5 burritos and some fries for like 10, 11 bucks. Well, just stopped by there on the way back from Disneyland actually yesterday and got 2 burritos and fries. It was $9. I was like, holy crap, this is supposed to be cheap. And it's just a bean burrito with some red sauce, like $9. This is crazy. So everything is expensive now. Brush up on Portuguese. I wish I could brush up, Uncle, because I studied French and Spanish, and that helps a little bit to know English, French, and Spanish when it comes to learning, like, say, Portuguese. But still, it seems totally different. The way some of these words are pronounced, I don't have all the sounds down. But anyway, yeah, I got to start some point if I'm getting serious about that. Actually, learn a little bit of Portuguese, but no. But maybe Spain. You know, at least I can speak Spanish un poquito. I almost said a petit peu. I was about to do French there. I don't even know how to say any of these words in Portuguese, even though I thought I learned agua is the same in Portuguese and Spanish. But anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for coming, Johnny. And you actually get going. Yeah, we've been together now for 2 hours, because I did start this a little earlier tonight because of the vlog. So if you haven't watched my vlog yet, Ryan's birthday and the food we ate, check it out. We just premiered it right before this live stream, so you can go back and watch it. And yeah, I'm gonna go see what my wife is up to and see if she's hungry, because yeah, we probably need to start eating before it gets too late, guys. So thank you for everyone for celebrating my birthday with me. Again, I won't put you guys through this every year. I think I just need a little upliftingness this year to help set me on a good path, hopefully, for from here on. So thank you, guys. Thanks for being my friends, my online friends, and just being so cool with your kindness and super chat tips, even to help pay for a lot of the foods that we got yesterday. So thank you so much, guys. You guys were there with us. We were filming it there with you guys, sort of like. All right, guys. So thank you, Uncle and Peter, for being here. We once again didn't really need to, what's the word I'm going? Just like deal with any bad, like, faith people coming here trying to, like, ruin our good time. So anyway, it was all good. We had a good time. Perfect time to have a troll-free night, basically. So thank you so much. And yeah, Peter did send me a video. If you're still here, Peter, again, even if you send me one video, send me some more, because actually not every video, like, I might watch and go, that's cool, but I'm not sure if I can make a good response to that. So yeah, keep sending me stuff, and it'll make it easier for me to make response videos. So thanks so much, guys. Thank you for spending your Friday night or Saturday mornings with me in VLAM's case in Asia. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it. And remember, till next time, doesn't suck being vegan. And thank you once again, guys, for making this an awesome 58th birthday. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Junie, Juan, and AJ, for your super chat tips tonight. Thanks so much, guys. Much love.